Hi everyone, and welcome to Mail Something Pretty. I wanted to show you this fun diagonal easel card. You can see kind of all the dimension of there. So it's kind of like this little half pyramid that just sits right up on the desk. And so it closes down and it mails right into an envelope. So it's easy mailing. And then hopefully when your recipient gets it, they look at it. Hopefully they realize that this stands up like this. So you might have to give them a little hint. This card was inspired by Julie Davison, who's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and she did all different papers and designs, but I kind of took the format of it and made it into this fun little sports card. So I'm going to show you how to make it. This was one of our February club projects, and so I'm showing you guys how to put your cards together. So let's see. We're going to start with a card base of 8.5 by 4.25, and then I scored it in half at 4.25, and then I scored it again on this diagonal. So I had done a few wrong. So if you're looking at your paper and you have the scored in half, so you want to start from the middle fold and go out. So how you do the diagonal scoring is, so I did the 4.25, so I scored that one, and then you just want to do from this point to this point. So you match up the corner of the paper here and that score line right here, and then you just score it, and that's how you get the diagonal. So I was doing some the wrong way, and it doesn't fold correctly when it's done the wrong way. All right, so then when you have that, you want to fold this way. And we'll have to do a lot of creasing. And then you're going to fold it this way. So it kind of folds in that direction. All right. So that's kind of the basis of the diagonal easel card right there. But now we're going to decorate it. So I took, for the star paper in the front, I took a 4x4 square. I'm going to cut that on the diagonal. So I do the same thing. I do point to point in my little track here. And then cut. So you get two triangles. So it's really kind of for two cards. So put that aside. So this is going to go on my front, which will be right here. So I'm going to just put that on right now. And it should fit with a nice even border. Because this card is really the same size card as like a square card. So 4.25 by 4.25 when it's closed. So that's why I did the 4x4 and then just cut on the diagonal. And then what I did is I did the same thing. So the inside, I figured I would write my message on the inside here. If you want, you could write your message on the back side. So you're going to just place, this was also 4x4. This is very vanilla, and I cut on the diagonal. And so you can put it on the inside, or you could put it on the outside if you want to do your message there. But I'm going to put mine on the inside. I'll show you another one that you can certainly decorate more panels to. Okay, so that's my card, that's my front, that's my inside with a message. If you wanted to, oh, here it is. You could put another design paper on the back side, and you can have it. You could even put another design here. You can go crazy with your paper, but I kind of liked this one anyways because I didn't want it too busy because there's kind of a lot going on here, so I just wanted the back to be plain. But again, you have the basis, so you can decorate however you want. And then I did two strips. So this is still that baseball paper. It's almost hard to see because it's the same color, but has a little bit of texture in there. So this is 1 inch by 4.25 because I wanted it to cover the whole length. And then this also is from that same sports pack I'll show you, is just a 1/2 inch by 4.25. So this is just going to go on top. like that. Right, so that's going to look like that. And again, if you wanted to do more patterns, you could certainly do a full pattern on the bottom because you're not writing on the bottom, but I didn't want it to be overly busy. And let me just show you actually where all my supplies came from. So this is the January through June 2022 catalog. That's what it looks like. And it's the Hey Sports Fan Suite. So we're going to use the stamp set, the dies, and these are the papers I used, so it all kind of coordinates together, just so you know where it came from. All right, and then, oops, that's the wrong one. We need a stopper, so something that stops the card from moving. So I used, with those dies, the little ticket piece. I'll show you what the dies look like. So I used this die. You could actually use the number 1, you know, if you wanted to, as a little, you just need something, even a flag. You just need something that's raised up that will kind of stop the paper from moving. And I'm just going to use the Happy Birthday from this stamp set. And I'm going to use Night of Navy. You can use the Club People. I'm sure you have a Happy Birthday stamp or whatever you're going to use. Okay, let that dry a second. And then the Hooray, so this one I stamped, again using this stamp and the Hooray stamp, and I used the little dots. I don't really know what that is, but I did those, and then I cut an extra little pennant out of the die with the Misty Moonlight color. But so you could stamp it, or for the Club People, since I can't stamp for you, there are in the paper, and one of the pieces of paper, and actually has that baseball, there's all these patterns. So these work with that same die, so they cut out beautifully. So that's what I did. I cut them all out, or with a paper too, you could even hand cut. There's no die for this one, but you could kind of hand cut these flags too. So that's why I kind of saved them intact. I'll use them for other projects. So I think I'm going to use this one. I think I'm going to actually make for my niece, because our town colors are blue and gold, and she plays softball. So I think, and her birthday's in June. So I think this one will be her birthday card. So I'm just going to offset these two, just to kind of give a little, there we go, a little extra. And then, actually that's dry. I'm gonna use a dimensional. Actually, I'll use 2. And I would definitely use a dimensional for whatever you're using to have that, whatever your stopper is, because it raises it up, and if it was flat glued down, it wouldn't work. So that's going to go like that, and see how it pops up. So that's when we need to crease a little bit more. There we go. And then we're just going to decorate the front. So I cut out stars because I just thought it mimicked the paper really nice, and hopefully you can see there's a nice sheen to it. I first tried vanilla, plain vanilla, and it was kind of plain. And then I tried different colors, but I really like the sheen on here with it. So this is that pearlized paper. So you only want to attach the bottom part. This is the paper that everyone was using last year with the shells. But it works for other things too. All right, so like that. And then you can either glue down, or I'm just gonna pop it up. And we don't have to worry too much when it's closed. Maybe I'll slide that down a little bit, because the envelope will be, well, I don't have an envelope here. The envelope will be a little bit wider, so you should be all set. Yeah, that will be fine. Just want to make sure it fit in the envelope. Although for this one I could hand delivering it to her anyways, but I want your cards to fit in the mail. I want you to be able to see all parts of the star. All right. Yep, that will work. And there you go. If you wanted to add, maybe I will, a few more doodads, you have these stars that match. Let's see, I'll put a yellow one. There we go. I think I like that. So there you go. There is a diagonal easel card. So this one has the paper that's pre-cut or pre-printed, and this one I stamped. So you can kind of see them both together. All right. Thank you very much for watching. If you're a club, thanks for participating, and have fun putting your kits together. If you're new to me, you can visit mailsomethingpretty.com /links, and all my links are on there. So my blog, my email list, YouTube, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. I put everything together on one page just for a little bit easier for you. But definitely sign up for my mailing list, and you'll get a free tutorial sent to you straight away on a shaker card, and then you'll get all some good things from me every week. All right, thank you again. Have fun making these. They're fun, and they're really not hard once you get that diagonal fold in there. They come together really quickly. Have a great day. Bye-bye.